tattoos. Run it up, taking all the views. Stepping on place, feeling the fear. I know you feeling it in the air. Whole squad wearing all black. Motivation's looking real bad. We back to the bone. Raising a fire alone. We ain't never needed nobody. Give me 6 feet, this is my party. Ain't got no feelings, we heartless. Take a peek inside.
I honestly don't know if anybody even see this. I'm not sharing the link anyway.
Here we coming. Somebody better.
Might be broadcasting and no, but oh, Miss Press found it. Don't share the link.
Make it a little crazy.
Don't share the link.
You can meet me outside, but you better buckle up. It's a wild ride. Welcome to the wild side.
It's a secret.
Wild, wild. Welcome to the wild side. Wild, wild, wild. Welcome to the wild side. Wild, wild, wild. Welcome to the wild side. Wild side.
I think one thing I am going to do is I am sharing Patreon.
5 in the morning, do it again in the morning. Do it like we did this rhyming. I think the government watching. Minister perfect society. Struggling with my sobriety. Struggling with my anxiety. Are you feeling the
I saw you shared it in BB's. That's fine. Just don't share it on my Telegram, okay? I want to see if people are subscribed to this channel. If they're not, fuck them.
all of the vanity? Snakes all around and they rattling. Tell them to shut up the chattering. Blow up the spot, then we run it. Ready or not, here we coming.
It's semi-secret. Semi-secret.
Tonight make it a little crazy. Wow. You can meet me outside, but you better buckle up. It's a wild ride. Welcome to the wild side. Wild, wild, wild. Welcome to the wild side. Wild, wild, wild. Welcome to the wild side. Wild, wild, wild. Welcome to the wild side. Wild side. Hope you ready for it now. We won't be running your town.
I did drop it on Patreon, but I don't want it in my Telegram.
Shutting it down. Hope you ready for it now. We won't be running your.
People should be subscribed to this channel by now. Jesus.
We won't be shutting it down. Welcome to the wild side. Wild, wild, wild. Welcome to the wild side. Wild, wild, wild. Welcome to the wild side.
We got a sovereign citizen video to go over. It's not going to be a long show.
Wild side.
And the debunking of that, of course, because none of the sovereign citizens are ever right. All right, guys, let's roll the intro and we'll get started here. Sorry, it's going to be a repeat of the same song.
Walking the walk. What the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Just hit the like button, don't share it.
Do it like we did this rhyming. I think the government.
Oh no, the music froze. It's the mission.
Struggling with my anxiety. Are you feeling the insanity? Anger inside of me. There is a war in me. And it keep drowning me. Blinded by all of the vanity. Snakes all around and they rattling. Tell them to shut up the chattering. Blow up the spot, then we run it. Ready or not, here we coming. Somebody better say a prayer for me. Tonight make it a little crazy. Wow. You can meet me outside, but you better buckle up. It's a wild ride. Welcome to the wild side. Wild, wild, wild. Welcome to the
Welcome everybody. Do not share this video. Just hit the like. Do not share this video. I want to see who's subscribed to this channel. They ought to be subscribed by now. I do have a video to live debunk though. This is a good test, and I got a video to live debunk. Just hit the like button if you don't care, but don't share it anywhere. I'd appreciate it. We'll share it afterwards, and then they'll know they missed it because they weren't subscribed or didn't have notifications on. Either way. So Phil has been recently posting some interesting stuff. Let me grab it. So he just posted this video here. Let me pull up the screen so you guys can see it too. So he just posted this video here. And it's hard to see, but it says Phil Godlewski. He forwarded it from greatreject.org. But again, we've established anytime he's forwarding something, anytime he's posting something, he's basically putting his seal of approval on it, right? People trust him to bring them the truth, so he's putting a seal of approval on this fucking video, right? It's got 93 likes, 37 fires, 2 hand claps, and 2, like, I guess, party symbols. It looks like a party hat, but it's blowing confetti out of it. So Phil put his seal of approval on it. It just so happens we're watching that video. So let's see what's up here. Now, I will warn you, the video is kind of hard to hear. I'll boost the audio some, but I'll have to remember to turn it back down too because it's kind of hard to hear. But this douchebag right here is Wilford Keith Thompson from a city in Canada named Gulf, something like that. Either way, here we go.
Just which? Keith. I'm here to correct a mistake by the court.
So right off the bat, the judge asks him, "Are you Wilford Keith Thompson?" He says, "Just Keith." The judge says, "What?" And he says, "Just Keith." He's going to keep saying that. He is Wilford Keith Thompson, but because he's a sovereign citizen, that's his boat name or whatever. So he's going to say, "Oh, I just go by Keith."
Well, first of all, the court has made a mistake. Are you Wilford Keith Thompson?
He said, "First of all, the court may have made a mistake. Are you Wilford Keith Thompson?"
That's not what I normally go by, no.
It's not what I normally go by.
That's a fictitious affidavit in terms of person legally speaking, sir. I've tried to clarify this a few times, but apparently the level of the conflict. So your name is Keith Thompson?
So he says, "I've tried to clarify this a few times. I've submitted paperwork. I'm just Keith. I'm not going by your slave name."
My name is Keith. That's all. Nothing more, nothing less. You don't have a last name, sir? I have a family name, clan name, but that's irrelevant today.
He says, "You don't have a last name, sir?" He says, "I have a family name, a clan name, but that's all, sir. Just Keith."
So you are not Wilford Keith Thompson?
Don't share the video, guys.
Okay, one more time on and for the
Hit the thumbs up.
Keith. Nothing more. And sit down, sir. I'm looking for a Wilford Keith Thompson. Please sit down, sir. Actually, please sit down, sir.
So the judges had it. If you're not going to be Wilford Keith Thompson, then just sit the fuck down. Okay? If you want to be just Keith, if you want to be sovereign citizen Keith, if you want to be douchebag Keith, just sit down. Just sit down.
Sorry. Can't do that. I served into the court this morning. Sir, I'm looking for a Wilford Keith Thompson. Bailiff, you are not that this person. Sit down, sir. Bailiff, please remove this gentleman from the courtroom. Thank you. That's the person you're...
Somebody jumps up, and so one of his friends takes the paperwork and tries to give it to bailiff. By the way, no recording in this courtroom with a $25,000 fine. And one of his friends is recording it. One of his friends jumps up and tries to hand the paperwork to the bailiff. The bailiff wouldn't even take it. He's asked to be removed from the court. Everybody's fucking confused because no one understands what they're saying about being born in a ship.
Sir, that is I'm trying to remedy things. Touch me and you will be charged. I'm a peace officer. You want to dishonor a court official?
The defendant's on the bailiff's desk.
So the bailiff comes up and says, "You want to be charged with dishonoring a court official," whatever they do in Canada. One thing you'll notice here is the cops are very kind of complacent. Like they kind of want to help, but this is Canada, right? I don't even know if they have guns. They probably have a fucking yardstick that says, "Hey there," and that's it.
Sir, are you here on behalf of Mr. Thompson? I said I was the administrator for that account.
I said I'm the administrator. Are you here on behalf of Keith Thompson, Wilford Keith Thompson? He says, "I said I was the administrator for that account."
Are you here as agent for him? Could you guys please back up? Thanks. Are you here as agent for him? Not as agent, as administrator, much like you are administrator of this court. Sir,
I'm not his agent. I'm his administrator, much like you're the administrator of this court.
you're either him or you're here as his agent to speak on his behalf. Are you either of those? Yeah, it's lawful. Pardon? Yeah, he's in common law jurisdiction with that.
Someone even says that gentleman's filming. They're ignoring. He's not answering these questions. He's refusing to respond. He's just Keith. He's not that Keith. He's a different Keith. He's the administrator for Keith. He has a family name. He has a clan name. The woman instantly finds somebody recording.
As soon as I came in here this morning and reestablished again, the bailiff understood me. This other bailiff, wherever she went, she understood me as well. And this gentleman doesn't like talking. We're going to take a recess. Thank you.
Thank you. All rise.
How long?
How long, sir?
So I honestly think this recess here is probably to get everybody out of the courtroom and make sure when they come back in that they're not recording or don't have their cell phones on them. Because it's kind of hard to just go through and start taking cell phones away from people that are actively recording. But if you can get them back out of the courtroom because the judge isn't present, everybody leaves the courtroom. And then when they come back in, ask them if they have their cell phone on them. Well, then it would probably be easier to either get them to not record or bring their cell phone in, or to say, I gave them a chance to take their cell phone back to the car. Now we're going to fine them. So he asked for a recess to kind of get his head wrapped around all this.
I don't have all day, thank you. I have things to do.
He's talking shit as the judge leaves. I don't have all day. I got things to do. I wish you wouldn't hold me up.
We'll take the court.
Yeah, actually,
Please no.
So someone off camera says, we'll take the court. We'll take the court. If the judge leaves, we'll take the court. So watch what he does. Basically, he just screams, finders keepers, as soon as the judge leaves the door.
How long, sir? I don't have all day, thank you. I have things to do.
We'll take the court.
Yeah, actually, please note that the judge has abandoned the court. He has abandoned ship, and I, as the sovereign in this room, clear.
Please note that the judge has abandoned the court. He has abandoned ship, and as a sovereign state, national, blah, 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 all that bullshit, right? And then he takes the court away from him. So now he's claiming he's in charge of the abandoned ship.
Claim authority, case dismissed, with cause and prejudice. Have a nice day. See you later.
And he calls case dismissed with cause and with prejudice. So it can't be brought back up. So he calls case dismissed and leaves the courtroom with all of his cronies intact. Finders keepers.
I'll start making my way down to
That's great. Yeah, you won. You beat them. You beat the system.
Hold on, his bag. Hold on, his bag.
And my water.
His bag and his water. He was hopped up on a victory. We've never had this happen before. Someone get the man's bag.
Oh, I need my birth certificate. And you grab the VC.
It's on his desk.
Okay, that's the original.
Oh, this shit happens in America too. It's usually more of a clusterfuck and people being drug out of court though.
Yes. Actually,
This is how many people he was traveling with. Probably the first 20 people out of the door were his people. Now the rest of them are just leaving the court because they're not allowed to be in there. The judge is there. Or the judge isn't there.
there, leave it there. So put it back in the bail. Thanks. They've got the real thing.
You can get that back. Get your birth certificate back.
No, it's in.
Now we're going outside to celebrate, of course.
Could have been that easy.
Even the cameraman says it couldn't have been that easy. When your own cameraman, who's there for the sovereign national movement of Canada, says, oh shit, it couldn't have been that easy. Maybe you fucked up. I dropped the audio back down.
We're in lovely downtown Guelph, and I would encourage you, as a member of the tourist committee.
The guy said, anybody else, anytime you argue with him, you're done. But he didn't do that to you. He didn't. They're trying to pump him up.
To check out B Chocolates over there, fine imported sweets from Belgium, as well as Oder Gherkin Taylor, personal favorite of mine. You can get.
This guy's giving tourist tips. Who gives a fuck what he's saying? Let's see if we can get business in the front, party in the back here for a little interview. Just Keith.
How do we get into saucier from the
Now the cops are there trying to figure out how do we go forward here. Boys, get your yardsticks out. This could get serious. Aim for their knuckles. Take no prisoners. All right, so that's how the video goes. Now, the sovereign citizens pass this around. I mean, it's been shared thousands of times. Phil shared it. It's been shared before. This happened back in 2020. They share this around as a victory. Look at the title. Man gets case dismissed by exercising common law. They would have you believe that you could go into your local courtroom and do this exact same thing. They would have you believe that you're not going to get fucking drug out of there. They would have you believe that common law fucking works. But let's go to his local paper. So his local paper says, Gulf courthouse video star says he had a right to do the filming. November 9th, 2010. Oh, I'm sorry. It happened in 2010. I don't know why I said 2020. The man at the center of a YouTube video filmed inside the Gulf courtroom and then posted online considers the court case against him closed. Keith Thompson, a local musician, appeared in Gulf's provincial offenses court on September 1st after he received a summons for leaving a parked car on his front lawn. Super fucking minor charge, right? Leaving, like, I don't even know if there's a fine for this or if they just tell you to move the car. Like, I don't know. Thompson says the justice of the peace bowed out shortly after his matter was called. He regards that as having marked the conclusion of that case. One of his supporters filmed the proceedings. Showed the justice of the peace calling for a recess in Thompson's case and Thompson leaving the courtroom. The court has a return date for September 3rd. Oh, they don't tell you that. They don't tell you. They just made it for the end of the month. Thompson, a local musician, also asserts he has no concerns about the court session being taped or about him uploading it to YouTube. It's my lawful right, Thompson said, about filming the inside of the courtroom. We are all collecting evidence. Under the Courts of Justice Act, no one is to take photographs or any type of electronic recording at a court hearing and can face up to a $25,000 fine or imprisonment of not more than 6 months. However, Thompson said, as a free man of the land, the laws don't apply to him. Okay. The laws don't apply to him. It is my land and bylaws don't apply to me, he said. Thompson's video, which has been viewed more than 23,000 times on YouTube, this is back in 2010 too, has sparked discussions online. A posting on the World Freeman Society forum, you can guess what that forum is, had more than 65 posts as of Wednesday afternoon, just in a few days. In May, Thompson said he wrote the Gulf Police Department, Mayor Karen Fairbridge, Gulf MP Frank Valeriat, and the governor general claiming his rights as a free man on the land. A free man on the land is someone who lawfully refuses giving consent to be governed and believes no statute or act of the government applies. None of us are citizens, Thompson said. With me, everyone is equal. Call that the musician in me. In August, he said, by law enforcement, officers showed up at his house with a summons for Wilford Keith Thompson, which he said is the name owned by a corporation. He acknowledges the name Keith and only Keith. Thompson said he showed up in court because he wanted to fight back against the uniform. He said when he was 12, this is always some type of weird story. They all have this backstory. By the way, the guy I made fun of the other day, Alan Fontaine or whatever, you know, he was part of this pedo ring and he was this, he was that, and the military recruited him and all that crap, right? He responded to my video, which we're going to talk about in the stream tonight on the main channel. But he responded to my video. It's like, you don't know my story. You don't know what I went through. It's a common theme. Suddenly, they're all part of some ring of satanic pedo guys, whatever, and beaten by a Navy officer in Ireland. He was seedless graped and beaten by a Navy officer in Ireland. And that spurred him to make the court appearance when summoned. So when he was 12 years old, he was seedless graped and beaten by a Navy officer in Ireland. And that inspired him to show his ass in court on this day. He said he decided to film. Decided to have the film done and to post the video online to inform people. There is nothing unlawful with it. Gulf police are investigating the courthouse filming. Gulf police are investigating the courthouse filming. So this trial was it was just recess. The judge come back from recess. He wasn't there, so he even did him a favor by resetting, because he could have issued a warrant for his arrest. Instead, he reset the day. So let's see if there's been an update. Oh, wow, there has. It's almost like I planned that out. Gulf man linked to court video fined $260. A city's man whose initial court proceedings were videotaped and uploaded on YouTube has 15 days to pay $260 fine. Keith Thompson failed to show in Gulf's Provincial Offenses Court Tuesday, but his trial proceeded in his absence. The court found him guilty of 2 offenses of illegally parking a car outside a driveway or a legal off-street parking area. Each offense, Thompson was fined $130. On September 1st, he appeared in court after he received a summons for leaving a car parked on his front lawn. When the Justice of the Peace took a recess during Thompson's matter on September 1st, Thompson considered the case closed. However, the court later reconvened and adjourned his matter to September 30th. One of his supporters filmed the proceedings and uploaded video to YouTube, whereas received more than 41,240 hits. Under the Courts of Justice Act, anyone taking photographs or making electronic recordings at a court hearing can face up to $25,000 fine or up to 6 months in jail. City police are still continuing to investigate the videotaped incident. Court heard Thursday that on May 11th, a provincial offenses officer saw a car parked to the front lawn of a house on Delbrook. At the time, the driveway had enough room, so the vehicle could have been parked there legally. Aubrey said he issued a warning and left it on the car, notifying the owner that it was illegally parked on his front lawn. When he returned on August 14th, a month and a few days later, to issue a summons for the previous violation, he noted the vehicle on the front lawn. Aubrey said he served a summons to a man who only identifies himself as Keith, who he believed was the owner of the home. City prosecutor Cora Pacheco presented the court with document from the Lands Registry Office, which listed Wilfred Keith Thompson as the homeowner. Justice of the Peace Avis Rodney said the only issue was whether the individual listed on the document was the same person that the officer spoke with. However, based on the officer's evidence, Rodney said he was convinced it was the same person. Rodney found Thompson guilty of both offenses of illegally parking the vehicles. Thompson declined comment on Thursday. However, in previous interview, he said he was a free man of the land. Laws don't apply to him. See how that works out for you? See how free man of the land, laws don't apply to me, works out for you? A free man of the land is someone who lawfully refuses giving consent to be governed and believes no statute and active applies. A failure to pay the court fines can result in collection efforts which issued wage garnishments, bank garnishments, seizure, and sale of property and interception of assets. He did pay the fine. So I'm pretty sure what happened from reading comments from back then in 2010, I'm pretty sure what happened was they held the video charge because he said he had the video made of him and he didn't care about the laws. So they held the video charge against the fine being paid. He come in and paid the fine rather than going to court for the video charge and facing up to 6 months in jail and $25,000 fine. This doesn't work. Stop trying to share the first part of the court as a victory because your man said, finders keepers, dismissed. Finders keepers, the fuck out of here. There's no such thing as sovereign citizen law. The people that are telling you that it works, lie. I don't care who sees this. I don't care if fucking Diana and Devil Dog come and watch it and say, oh, but no speed limits and only the Constitution stands. Prove it. Get a charge, go to court and beat it. No one ever has. So you either start fucking beating it or don't come to me and tell me it works. Don't tell your followers it works. Phil Godlewski shared this today with his big fucking stamp of approval by sharing it on his Telegram channel, and it is a lie. It says man gets case dismissed. No case was dismissed. He screamed it was dismissed. That's not how you think you can just wait till the judge leaves at the end of the day and just start screaming, dismissed, dismissed, everybody's free to go. Release the prisoners. And the fucking cops start unbuckling shackles and shit. The fuck's wrong with y'all? anyways, that's all I had to cover. It was really just to see who I was subscribed to this channel. We didn't share the link anywhere but Patreon. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Make sure you have notification bell on. I think at the height of it, we had like 47 people, 48 people, which is crazy. I figured more people would be subscribed, but it is what it is. Maybe they'll subscribe now. Thank you guys for joining us. I'll be live here in a couple hours for a full stream. We will talk about the Alan Fontaine comment. I might be able to find it, actually. Hold on. No, not my, yeah, my content. And then it's called, it was the one with Nicholas Viamenemenemenemen. Where's it at? Intervention of Planet Earth. Final Farewell, Late Night Update. Let's Get Sovereign. And Vandersnatch. That's not it. Oh, was it? Did I skip it? Just Can't Win. Final Farewell. That's Carrie Cassidy. I think it was after the Carrie Cassidy one, wasn't it? Oh, here it is. This is what Alan Fontaine. We're going to be talking about this tonight. I appreciate your humor, yet in all fairness, you have taken this out of context and the perfect setup by me wearing a Q cap that I have only worn twice. What are you talking? How is it? How did I set you up by picking your fucking hat? Anyways, my journey is one of credibility as a whistleblower, exposing the pedo in Georgia, where I had firsthand experience learning we actually have a deep state that covers up pedos, as I was trafficked from age 9 to 16 in a pedo ring. I focus mainly pedo factual stories aside when military veterans friends who were in Benghazi share information they get from their retired general friends. So I only share information from some of my friends who have other friends who were in Benghazi pulling at the heartstrings, who are also doing this other thing. Get out of here. Who also know generals. You did a good job making me look like a buffoon. I didn't have to do. I could have just played the video and you look like a buffoon. And I like your work, but you did zero research on my history, nor read my biography of credibility. What is this, a syllabus? Is this a fucking syllabus? I have to. You have to read my biography of credibility before you can cover me. I love your expose of Charlie Ward, of whom I've never interviewed, as I don't resonate. You care to have this video put into context, you have to read the article as it is completed. It's in my blog. I could not watch after 20 minutes of you making fun of someone who has done more to expose a pandemic and tortured for doing so. I will be the first to expose Q as a psyop and will dox the military persons I have on video who was groomed me to write my story, which was shared with 180 embassies, and I show my blog accessed in 180 countries as proof. You think that you wrote a story for your military friends and they said, "Oh my God, it's so good. I'm going to put this out to 180 embassies." What are you even talking about? My contacts are credible persons in military, and if I learn they, in the end, exploited my story, I will be the first to expose Q as a fraud. Look here, motherfuckers. I'm tired of hearing you guys say you're going to be the first to expose Q as a fraud. I've been working here for 3 goddamn years. How are you going to be first? Y'all haven't even started yet. What do you mean first? Many have grifted and made it foolish looking. Read my bio and interview me like a professional, not to make fodder of. Then he shares his about link. Oh, come on. I hate you experienced what you did as a child, but the military Q Department of State stuff is all BS, and we both know it. No response. No response. Guys, thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. I purposely didn't share the link in Telegram, Facebook, anywhere like that, just to see who was subscribed, who got notifications, who showed up. Thank you guys for joining us. I appreciate it. There's 47 people here. I'll be back later tonight on the main channel. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you guys later. Everybody have a good one. I'll try to play some music in a second. There we go. Have a good one. See you in a little bit.
taking all of you.
Hit the like button. You guys can share it wherever you want to now. I just want to see how many people would come in while I was live.
Whole squad wearing all black. Motivation's looking real bad. We back to the bone. Raising a fire alone. We ain't never needed nobody. Give me 6 feet, this is my party. Ain't got no feelings, we heartless. Take a peek inside the darkness. Blow up the spot, then we running. Ready or not, here we coming. Somebody better say a prayer for me. Tonight may get a little crazy. You can meet me outside, but you better buckle up. It's a wild ride. Welcome to the wild side. Wild, wild.
I'll be live by like 6:30 probably. Go till 12:31, something like that.
Welcome to the wild side. Wild side. Yeah. Party till 5 in the morning. Do it again in the morning. Do it like we didn't ride, man. I think the government watching. Minister perfect society. Struggling with my sobriety. Struggling with my anxiety. Are you feeling the insanity? Anger inside of me.
There is a war in me.
And it keep trying to me. Blinded by all of the vanity. Snakes all around and they rattling. Tell them to shut up the chatter. Blow up the spot, then we running. Ready or not, here we coming. Somebody better say a prayer for me. Tonight may get a little crazy. You can meet me outside, but you better buckle up. It's a wild ride. Welcome to the wild side. Wild, wild, wild. Welcome to the wild side. Wild, wild, wild. Welcome to the wild side. Wild, wild, wild. Welcome to the wild side. Wild side. Hope you're ready for it now. We gon' be running your town. Oh, we ain't playing around. We gon' be shutting it down. Hope you're ready for it now. We gon' be running your town. Oh, we ain't.
Yeah, clicking copy doesn't do anything though. I just didn't want to post it in my Telegram or my Twitter or YouTube or Facebook.
Wild, wild, wild. Welcome to the wild side. Wild, wild, wild. Welcome to the wild